because none other than Mark Bosnich. Alongside Ron in the commentary box at Villa Park is Peter Drury.
Back so soon, his post-Villa existence having begun so intermittently, Mark Bosnich reacquaints himself with the limelight on the very ground and against the very club at which he met it in the first place. Football's divine scriptwriter still spinning out the Manchester United goalkeeping plot. Shaw thought up a witty line here. Nothing amusing about Villa's goalkeeping predicament. David James was fit to return, but now bears the mental, if mercifully not physical, scars of a car crash in which he was involved yesterday. So Finn Peter Enkelman continues. Gareth Barry continues at left back, but Gareth Southgate is suspended and Colin Calderwood gets his place. Scotland eclipsing England on the day of that draw. Calderwood, by the way, has just finished reading Sir Alex Ferguson's most recent book, in which much, no doubt, about the advancement of youthful talent. While Sir Alex later this team sheet pursues that theme thoroughly. Of the outfield 10, only the front 2 are older than 22. O'Shea and Chadwick both debutants, 3 more potential first-timers waiting on the bench. Of the whole 16, only Solskjaer, who came on, and Clegg, who didn't, were named against Chelsea 10 days ago. It's no longer contentious, this, it is simply regular League Cup policy. Referee Mike Riley oversees Manchester United for the second time in 3 days. After the testimonial at Old Trafford on Monday, tonight he'll have to relearn the concept of a tackle. Well, it's arguable that the last time Manchester United went full strength into a League Cup tie was the 1994 final, in which, as it turned out, Aston Villa denied them the domestic treble. Now, as treble champions of still greater standing, they've sent in the boys at one of the biggest clubs in the land. So, Ron, how will these boys handle it?
Well, I think from they've got to try and get at them early and not give the lads a chance to settle down, because one thing you can guarantee, a lot of people we've never heard of, but they'll all be tidy players. What Villa mustn't do, it's a wonderful opportunity for Villa to progress. What Villa mustn't do is give the youngsters a chance to settle in and start enjoying the game.
Well, Atkinson, who, of course, lost one League Cup final with United and then caused them to lose 2 more with Sheffield Wednesday, and as mentioned, with Aston Villa. It's only half his League Cup story. Ehion for Aston Villa. Delaney, the young Welshman, who's making great strides in his career and was capped against Switzerland over the weekend. And now Solskjaer for Manchester United, who's tried something precocious and a little bit special. And it wasn't a bad crack either. The prospect of embarrassing Peter Enkelman this early in the game was one indeed.
Desperately unlucky. Good attempt, that. Halfway through the shot, I thought he got a fair chance of making that one count.
It's on nights like these that Sir Alex comes over all avuncular. Joachim. He's kicked away from the first challenge. He's left it for Hendry. Away from the immediate danger zone by Michael Clegg. Thompson. And this time clear by Curtis. Hendry. Joachim onside. And Bosnich's first call to arms was successfully met.
But this is the sort of pressure Villa have got to apply. Hendry, I felt, should have scored earlier on with the one he snatched up when Joachim set him back in. That's a good start for Mark Bosnich. It was all when Joachim knocks it out of his feet too early.
Delaney. Tackle was from Chadwick.
I don't think a few crosses will go amiss either from Villa's point of view. I think DNW will have a decided advantage in the air.
Gareth Barry. Backs and backs of space for George Boateng. And Joachim waits in the middle, and Dublin is back post. And Barry can deliver the cross. Clearance as far as Taylor. And then out by Woolman. This is Luke Chadwick, capped for the second time by England under-21s against Denmark at Bradford on Friday night. And clearly willing to run.
I think by the response of the Villa fans, I think he was getting the David Beckham treatment there, Luke Chadwick.
The League Cup was the second of Alex Ferguson's 10 domestic prizes. It is nearly 13 years now at Manchester United. Ehion. Delaney. Jochin. Curtis went in with him. It's an Aston Villa free kick in favour of Julian Jochin. And it is that challenge which has earned John Curtis the first yellow card of the evening.
Which straight away puts it, he's probably the most experienced player in the back line, and that puts him under immediate pressure.
Calderwood is up for the set piece. Ehion to target. Taylor's a target. Thompson has played it square for Hendry to have a crack. Well, we learned to love this player during the course of last season when he worked his way into England reckoning. He's still young and fresh-faced and willing.
Super kid. I think the lad's got a future. I actually prefer him on the left-hand side of field.
Greening. Solskjaer near post. Cruyff coming forward in support. And Greening has made himself a yard across. Solskjaer's going in there. And for the first time on the night, Aston Villa were very visibly threatened.
Yeah, I mean, this is good positive running from Green. Gets at Barry, gets him on the back foot, whips it past him, cuts it to the near post. And Solskjaer just can't get in front there. That's enough of a threat. As I say, I think United, attacking-wise, won't have too many problems. I think they'll be all right coming forward. It's whether they've got enough physical power, enough experience to withstand any sort of Villa assault.
Who's your lover, baby? Well taken by Dublin. Boateng wide. Jochin. Oh, it's a lovely turn from Julian Jochin. What a goal. What a very, very, very good goal. That is class.
Yeah, the ball's fed into him here from Boateng. Feeds it in. And this is where it does brilliant. Holds it, turns brilliantly inside Curtis. And then the finish is absolutely sensational. Outside of his right foot, keeper no chance. Turns, gets in between Curtis. Perhaps shouldn't let him through, but that's a blinding shot.
Woolworth. Cruyff. Woolworth. Cruyff. Greening. Good football from Manchester United's young side. Greening into the penalty area. It's Jonathan Greening, and it was Ugo Ehion right at the last.
Some brilliant football of that from the young United kids. Super attacking play.
Thompson, Jochin. It's turning into a really good open game of football this now. Taylor, Delaney wide. That's an awful lot of it in the pass. Higginbottom going back, goal kick. Ehion, a few moments earlier though, with a really critical interception after what had been a fantastic passing move by these young boys. Jochin. Still Jochin, despite the stumble. Out by Curtis against the back of a colleague. Dublin, Hendry, how have Aston Villa still got the ball? Jochin has the ball, Bosnich has made a great save. And then saved again from Barry's follow-up.
Well, that was a chance to put the game beyond. Stumble, a little bit of a juggle, little nick off there through, and he's completely unmarked, and a good spread from the goalkeeper. Fortunately, the rebound goes straight into his hands.
Barry played it in, Jochin to hold it up. Barry from wide, Dublin competing with Bosnich. Under pressure from Dublin, who says he headed it, has dropped it in, the goal won't stand. Bosnich the Aussie can afford a smile. And here's what happened.
Yeah, it's a big deep cross, and he looks to be well in control here, Bosnich. And there's no question about he's been stumbled in the back of the net there. It's crowd scene.
I'll tell you what, there would have been a crowd scene if it counted. Hendry for Barry. Dublin attacking it, and behind by John O'Shea, a teenager from Waterford in the beautiful Republic of Ireland. Taylor and Ehiog, they're the prime targets, poised on the edge of the penalty area to make late runs. And it came to Taylor, and Bosnich clawed it out. It's a good save.
Yeah, you always feel that Villa are going to have a threat. I think they're going to be more powerful, bigger and stronger, and that certainly proved that. I mean, I think that one would have been saved on the line, but full marks to Bozzy. At least he's had the agility to get across and make sure it didn't go in.
Same two waiting. Thompson delivering. Couple at the near post to get it clear, only as far as Boateng. Hendry. All the big guns still waiting, this time for Hendry's cross. Out to Boateng once again. Thompson has stayed wide. Higginbotham is flagged for handball. He claims it was inadvertent, but you have to admit, even if you're him, that it had an impact on the game. Delaney. Ambitious. Delaney did score an absolute bluter for Villa at Watford early in the Premiership season. But this didn't threaten for long. 45 minutes remain after what has been a very, very watchable first half, in which Julian Joachim scored a really splendid goal, and in which Mark Bosnich performed very creditably on to the Manchester United first team as well. The youngsters in front of him have been a delight to view also, but at the interval they do trail by 1-0. Steve Watson coming on for Ugo Ehiog in the Aston Villa backline at the start of the second half, as Villa attempt to preserve what would be their 9th clean sheet from 13 games this season. 1-0 is a familiar scoreline here before the 5-0 mauling of Chester in the last round. Villa's previous 4 wins were all by the only goal. And it is the task run of these bright young United stars to try and prevent that from being the case again. Can they?
I think if they can carry the fight a little bit. I mean, I'm not too sure they can defend and keep another goal out, but I think they're capable of scoring a goal. Particularly now Hugo's gone out, because he is a linchpin for them defensively. Steve Watson played most of his games at the Villa right fullback, and it leaves them a little bit short on pace at the back, I would think, in the heart of the defence.
Barry with the cross, and Bosnich has come and could only punch under pressure from Dublin, but he did so well. Cruyff held it up, Greening got it clear, Solskjaer couldn't give it back to Cruyff. Taylor intervening inside the centre circle. Watson's first touch. Long towards Dublin, clever little flick, Joachim going in, Bosnich there to meet him. Bosnich was out very, very early at the start, or indeed before the start of the second half, to draw the sting of the Holt end, and it was quite a sting.
Wasn't he? He's not exactly milking the applause, is he? That won't bother him, I promise you. He'll thrive on that. If he's the centre of attention, he'll love that.
Forward by Walworth, and Solskjaer is onside and has only Calderwood between him and the goalkeeper. It's Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. That is a super tackle by Steve Watson.
I tell you what, that's a wasted situation from Solskjaer. Why he hung about and didn't get going, he seemed to dawdle with that. I think if he'd have taken that out of his feet, I don't think the defender would have had a chance. I mean, Watson has made a recovery tackle, but he'd got Calderwood 1v1, and certainly lack of pace is one of Calderwood's problems.
Really well held up again by Dublin. Excellent example of classic centre-forward play. Boateng. Delaney. Out by Higginbotham. Delaney's long throw, Higginbottom with the inadvertent flick on, and it's come to Taylor. It was quite unmissable. And Mark Bosnich is beaten at the Holt end within 4 minutes of returning there, and he is beaten by a one-time Holt ender. Ian Taylor with Aston Villa's second goal. They should be safe and sound now.
Yeah, but this is a whole calamity of errors. So many times they could have cleared the ball, and I mean that's absolute immature defending, inexperienced defending. The first header they did a Villa man's job for him. He gets into the zone and he really can't miss from there. Nobody cleans it, nobody attacks it, and that was a present for Taylor.
Imagine that Sir Alex Ferguson's words were anything but warming and encouraging at half-time. It's a dangerous game to try and outguess him, but he may have been less than impressed with the manner in which the second goal was conceded.
Could have been so different if Gunnar Solskjaer had taken that one out of his feet, and I think it was a good opportunity to score.
Solskjaer. Greening.
I think this is the guy they think when they eventually move Beckham in field, will replace him on the right-hand side, Greening.
O'Shea.
I just feel the lads need a lift at the moment. You just look at them, the body language or whatever, it looks as if they've realised that it's inevitable. You'd like to see just a little bit more spark. They've got a problem now, 2v1 in the middle of the defence.
Hendry on the ball, Vassell alongside him. Lee Hendry has tried to twinkle-toes his way through. It's broken back to Taylor. The initial chance and momentum has gone, but Villa still have the ball with Thompson. And Dublin into corner.
Yeah, Alan Thompson with time and space delivers a lovely ball, and Dublin just gets across the face of the defender.
And the interpretation is that the header glanced off Higginbottom.
I'm not sure he'd have claimed an own goal, and I think if that had gone in, I think you'd have seen Dion. Who else got a touch? Nobody.
Thompson's corner. Header out by Cruyff. And Hendry! Now that was a super strike and a very, very good save.
Yeah, quick thinking by little Lee Hendry here. Ball coming out, defenders converging up. Good volley, knee over the ball, and Buzzy just gets a touch onto the top of the bar in the corner.
Lovely for him. One for the cameras at the Holt end. Boateng. He's a bullish character, but he was outnumbered 2-1. Calderwood. Hendry. Barry. Hendry beautifully taken. Up in the air, down by Curtis, came to Hendry, who couldn't get his body shape right. But what a marvellous piece of ball control. And coming on in place of Higginbottom is David Healy, young man from Downpatrick, only 20 years old.
I think what that will mean is Curtis looks as if he's going to play on the left-hand side of the defence, and probably Warwick. Yeah, I think Warwick's coming into the centre half position.
Here's Vassell. It's Darius Vassell for Aston Villa, and he's belted the post. Lightning speed, which made him a yard or two, and he hit it so sweetly too.
Oh, he's latched on, he's read the little flick on header, takes it with his feet, takes it, keeps his low, good first touch, scalping shot, Buzzy no chance. Rides his luck a bit there, Buzzy.
little bit clever from Curtis. And it's gone beyond Cruyff, and it's come to Healy, for whom that was his first team touch.
And what a first touch it could have been, operating on the right-hand side. I think this is a missed pass, actually, from Curtis. I think he goes to play, I think it's Solskjaer in here. No, and unfortunately found Healy, who unfortunately for Man United just couldn't keep it in.
And he's picked out Vassell.
But I mean, all semblance of marking and discipline's gone in the United backline now. I mean, that was nothing more than a straight kick that Vassell was virtually on his own, centre of the attack.
Healy, Cruyff, Solskjaer. Cruyff kept going. Delayed at Greening, Clegg. Alderwood has been solid enough, deputising for Southgate when called upon this evening. Curtis, Healy. David Healy for Manchester United. Very good save. Excellent save. And what poise that young man seems to have.
Yeah, good effort that. So the beautiful little dummy in midfield goes on, tries to curl this one round Enkelman, forced to make his best save of the night.
Aston Villa well on the way. Now in their pursuit of what would be a record 6th League Cup win. They are the Nations League Cup specialists. 5 wins, 7 finals, 10 semi-finals. 2 extra minutes to be played here this evening. Vassell. Stone. Steve Stone for Aston Villa. 3-0. In front of the Holt end, it is Stone. First goal in claret and blue.
Is there a suggestion this might have got a deflection? Just looking away, he runs onto it here. I'm not so sure, but the defender, I don't know. Whether Bozzy's saying the defender should have closed him out. There is, yeah. Defender's taking it, but I think Bosnich has got it covered. He stands up strong. We're one behind the goal, we see.
So Shea going across, and unfortunately from his viewpoint, it was via O'Shea's knee, but Stone will want it. Job done, Aston Villa. Julian Joachim first half, then Ian Taylor unmissably in the second, and right at the very end, Steve Stone via a deflection which left Mark Bosnich helpless. Aston Villa go on in the competition, winners on the night at Villa Park by 3-0.
I thought they expressed themselves quite well when they had the ball, but they defended poorly, and they got what they deserve when you defend with that. So, but it's only through that you're going to learn from the mistakes you make, and in general they showed they had good ability and good temperament, so I was quite pleased at that part.
Fergie using the word they, not we, for his Manchester United side, but even so, John, I would think you were quite satisfied to put one over on his side, no matter what side he put out.
Yeah, I mean, we obviously can't influence what team Alex Ferguson picks. We just have to play whoever turns up tonight, and I think we've got it all in context, really. I mean, it was their reserve team, really, and but we had to win the match, and we did everything very professionally tonight. Delighted with the clean sheet, and in the next round now.
Julian Joachim got you on the march, but there was, possibly looking at the replay here, an element of handball as Dion Dublin brought it down. Have a look at this. Here it comes. I think it's coming up now. Julian Joachim, Dion Dublin there. Handball that, John?
Oh yeah, looks it definitely. But it was only the one hand, I think, so he got away with it. And,
Give him the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, but it's good little ball in, corner box ball, and Julian does exceptionally well. He's always going to hit it with the outside of his foot, just got the shape right. Bozzy should have known that, to be honest, I think. But good ball, great little ball in from Georgie Boateng.
Now people will say he's only doing that against reserve defenders. That's being unfair, isn't it?
I think that was good skill there from Julian. Turned very well.
Now here we go, Ron. This is the second goal, Ian Taylor.
Yeah, well, the worst thing Man U could have had was a goal against them straight after half-time. I mean, they'd hung on and clung on 1-0. But this, I mean, to concede a goal like this, most of them are school kids, and this was schoolboy defending. I mean, it's just not the best throwing in the world by Delaney. I think taking bottom does DNW's job for him, helps it into the danger area. And then there's about 3 defenders, all transfixed. Now, whether that's down to inexperience, whether that's down to people freezing on the night, but I'm sure that if there'd have been an experienced defender, they'd have just put his foot through the ball and say, get it out of the box and let's start again.
John,
they couldn't afford that.
By the time Steve Stone got his first goal for you, it was really all over, but even so, he started it and he finished it.
Yeah, he did very well. I mean, Stevie come on and he was only on for about 10 minutes, but I mean, he took his goal well. As we see here, Darius picks it up.
There goes the run.
Stevie makes a great little run inside. And for once, Darius manages to see one of his own teammates and pass it to him. And Stoney's got a major deflection on it, mind, at the end.
You can see that here now as it comes in.
Yeah, Bozzy stands up well, but he's obviously got no chance there. Off the boy O'Shea, I think, and straight in 3-0. That was the end of it.
Bozzy beaten there, but throughout the night he made 1 or 2 crucial saves. I mean, how good was it to see him back? Presumably he popped his head around the door, said hello, did he?
Well, he popped in after the game and said hello to us, and it was good to see him. It was good to see 3 goals go past him, I must say. But I mean, he's done very well. He's an exceptional goalkeeper without any question, and we were very disappointed to have lost him. But on his return, I mean, there you see 1 or 2 good saves. He made a good save from Julian in the first half. And this, in effect, was a Thursday morning save, really, to be fair. But he's got a good hand on it. And but we still should have got more. We should have got more on the night. And had it not been for Bozzy, I'm sure it would have been.
A quick thought, Ron. Fergie was quoted this morning as saying he's got more pure ability than any goalkeeper in the Premiership, which begs the question, why hasn't he played him?
I think you'll find from here on in, I think you'll find Bozzy will be almost a fixture in their side. He's better than anything else they've got at the club, and he'll be in the side soon.
Just a quick word from you as well. Were you surprised that Fergie had a strong team out for the testimonial, for his testimonial, and a reserve team tonight?
I thought he was just warming them up on Monday night for tonight's game. I must admit, I knew a lot more of the players that played on Monday night than I did tonight, and I think that needs to be looked into. All right, rotating squads, there's a mileage in it and a value, but I don't think you can devalue competitions the way this particular competition might be being devalued.
OK, one final shot from tonight, John, if you can have a look at the monitor here. Begs the question here, what's all that about, the lollipop?
Lollipop, I was given a lollipop, actually, about 3 or 4 weeks ago, just prior to a game. And a young lady gave me the lollipop and said that'll bring you luck on Saturday. So
it's a good luck charm.
10 minutes before I went out, I managed to see it. It was in my toilet bag in the contract. It was all done.